The current Act lacks power. It lacks the ability of even law enforcers to take action when there's an animal in distress. It also limits the fines and other penalties to very short penalties. So this will increase the ability of law enforcement to ensure that animal cruelty doesn't happen. It extends protection not just to pets but also to wild animals or feral animals, any animal at all, and it increases the penalties quite significantly, potentially up to 5 years imprisonment. So I think it's catching up on something that we were lagging behind on.
And this act also covers protection for animals that don't have owners, for example, that of feral cats, and there have been some incidents reported in Gibraltar. So hopefully something that would address this?
Yes, absolutely. Any cruelty to any animal, whether it has an owner or not, is now covered under the new Animals Act. And this is very important, and I think it sends a very strong signal.
The new Act also gives the authorities access to premises to deal with any incidents of animal abuse that may be reported. So do you think this will go a certain way in addressing any issues too?
Well, this places emphasis on the urgency of the state of an animal. For example, anything from a neighbor who may be aware that an animal is being abused or not cared for, abandoned or whatever, can report it and action can be taken very quickly. A dog that may be in a closed up car in the heat, there are powers to immediately action that through the law enforcement bodies. So it is much more proactive and in defense of the well-being of animals.
And the Act also covers the marine environment, the protection of dolphins and whales in captivity, obviously something that will be less commonplace. So what exactly is this aimed at?
Even though dolphins and whales are totally protected in the wild in Gibraltar law, there is nothing stopping, say, the setting up of a dolphinarium. And you may recall that some years ago somebody wanted to do it and there was a big campaign against it. It never happened. This government wouldn't tolerate it. But when you legislate, you're legislating for the future. And we thought it was important that it shouldn't be possible to have a dolphinarium in Gibraltar. The cruelty to these animals as a worldwide movement to protect dolphins, which are so intelligent and so well loved in the wild. And we don't need a dolphinarium in Gibraltar when we have so many hundreds of dolphins around our waters.